Wrapped up by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, who's taking the stand?
That'd be me bouncing my way up here and take the oath. The Orlando oath.
Yeah.
All right, so that means 3 questions. Davi is on vacation, so Buck Nasty is in here.
In the building.
Question in. Meredith is in here as well, and Marcus. And then you guys get to ask your question. I only get 1 pass, and I get to boomerang 1 back that they answer as well. So we go clockwise. Buck, you're first.
Yep.
Let's run it.
All right, what you got for me?
All right, so Orlando, your office area, it has a pool table by it. It's got this old couch that looks like it's been through World War II, III, whatever.
We didn't get the 3 yet.
We didn't get the 3?
No, just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
It looked like it was in its own war.
Well, yeah, it's going to start one.
It's pretty nappy.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in your area.
Yeah.
What's the most unprofessional thing you've ever seen someone do?
You know he's been at WiLD for like 20 years.
That's why I'm asking. What's the top of the top, man?
There's a lot.
I mean, the most unprofessional that there's been a few. There was the episode. I mean, it's always included. You know what? The most. What's the word? Disrespectful.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
That's pretty unprofessional.
Inappropriate, unprofessional. We had one incident. Both of them included people who were coming up here after the hours. When I was just music director, like I was the person who had to be over the staff because our PD was always off site. So I had to like get that managerial type of thing. So I was one of the homies, but I was one of the managers. So there was one time where our conference room used to be on where QIK is right now. Okay. That used to be the conference room. And when I first started working here, the conference room was there, and a girl came to see somebody, and we found out she danced. And so we thought it'd be smart to have her dance on the conference table
At work.
while we was all sitting around it. It was
Makes
like,
sense to me.
it was like a boss move. It's like, this was pre-social media. It's like, yeah, we gonna sit around and watch this girl dance, and she was dancing, and then everybody who was watching and smiling, one person stopped and like looked like real close and was like, oh my God, and ran out the room. And it took everybody a little longer to figure out what was happening. Then when she turned to me with my tip money.
Oh my God.
It
What
was
was
a
it?
string that was.
Oh!
It was a string. It was a string.
You're supposed to tuck it, girl.
And then I finally, I got it. I ran out too. Like, she got the goodies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you end up tipping her anyways?
To leave.
Yeah. I think I did throw a couple of dollars when I was running away.
Oh my
So,
God.
here you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like one of the most unprofessional things. It was way back.
Jeez, that is a good story.
That was terrible.
All right, Orlando. You've mentioned it maybe once or twice on air, but Jen is out of the country for the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
And you.
So I'm on daddy like duty, like not 24/7, but most of the day.
Like extra. In case anything happens, you got to be there.
I'm already driving home when I get off the air because I got to go get a dance bag that was left.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, are you going to take care of the kids like in any different fashion than Jen would? Just as an example, like I'm pretty strict with my schedule with my daughter just because that makes me happy. And Anthony would probably throw out the schedule altogether just to make him happy. Is there anything that you're going to do differently because you're taking care of them intentionally? Maybe because you would be doing a better job. Or?
I mean, no, you know what? I think she does a great job, but I think she also is her, and so she gets scattered on a good tweet will take her down for 30 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing's shut down with social media around her.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm a little bit more on because I'm more nervous. I don't have time to sit around. Like I don't cook, so I got to make sure I plan like ahead. Like she can make something up, whip something up. She got something in the back of the freezer or something, and if that happened. I got to plan on where I'm going to take them or get a meal from them. So I have to do a little bit more planning. But yeah, I'm definitely throwing some stuff out. Like she sent me a list of groceries to go get for their lunch. I deleted that. I'm like, yo, so what y'all want to eat? And they're like, well, we usually eat this. And I'm like, well, your mom put this on the list. And they're like, do we have to? I'm like, nope.
Ooh.
All right, so what else you
Awesome.
want? So I mean, so
Ooh,
their
that's
lunches,
awesome.
their lunches are what they want this week.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Which is still within their like confines that they've had before. She just
Right.
tried to make something easy for me, and they were like, "Nah, Dad, we want this."
Yeah.
So
Are you
so,
actually
yeah.
going to use your Instapot?
I am
Are you
going
gonna
to
cook
use
for
that
them?
too. I'm gonna do one because I've never used it before, so I'm gonna do it with them and
Love
have
it.
them do it like
Awesome.
kind of like lead it.
Yeah,
or
it'd be
whatever.
good family time too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Just trying to do some of those things that's so I don't usually get a chance to do them because of my schedule. So now I get to do that, and while she's running around
Love it.
chasing reality shows.
Okay.
My question for you could be spread out over everything: work, home life. Tell me one responsibility that you have that you wish you didn't. Like the one thing that you wish you could just, I don't want to do this any longer, anymore. I'm tired of it.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, at home it would be laundry, but we just came up with the remix for that. So
Yeah.
now I do the wash and fold joint. Other than that, I mean, as far as like work, what I hate is having to reprimand people.
Yes.
Because I mean, that, like I just said, I'm the big homie. I'm like the dude that was like on the team, and it's like for me to have to sit across from people and be like, "Yo, you slipping," or "Yo, what was this?" or blah blah blah. Then it's like people start looking at you like a different, like like you're a boss, but if you did what you were supposed to do, we wouldn't have to have this conversation. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, it's kind of one of those things where I try not to just ride herd on folks, but only do it when it's necessary. But when I have to put that hat on, it sucks. Now, it doesn't suck for me because, I mean, I like to have that kind of like to make sure I can kick people in the right way and motivate them and whatever. And like, hey, get better or do whatever. But it sucks when you have to like, I've had to fire some people who were close to me and stuff like that. So that's why I put drama department over my office because I'm like, it's always drama going on.
Just
So,
point at that. We're
yeah,
like, yep,
exactly.
that day.
That's the drama. So, all right. So we got those 3 knocked out. I have not used the pass.
Nope.
Listeners, now it's on you. All right, it's the Freak Show, Wild 94.1 Bay's Party Station. Plead the fifth. Second round goes to the listeners. 888-429-0941. You can text mine to shut down if you got a question, or you can call. Either way, get in. I still got a pass to use.
Yeah, and your first one here, we have Kelly on the line right now.
All right, Kelly, you got a question.
Hi. So this question is for Orlando, and I'm just curious, after meeting all the people that you've met over the years, what is it that you judge people about that you probably shouldn't?
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Wow.
What?
I get it.
Yeah,
So-
like what do you judge people? Like when you're looking at them and meeting them and reading them, their personality.
Is this just anybody or famous people?
Ooh. Both.
Yeah, let's do both.
I mean, I would say I judge people on how they treat people. I mean, for real. Like, I mean, if I see you, like, there was somebody who we used to work in the same industry with who treated people like dirt and like really crapped on people, and I've witnessed it. And somebody asked me, like a client asked me what I thought of them. I was like, yo, they really good radio people. They give you good return. But if I'm being 100, they like really like an ass, to their people. And but I was like, but you ain't buying a friend, you buying an advertising partner. So I would definitely go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
He ended up like doubling down with our boss saying, yo, I want to make sure I buy Orlando and the Freak Show. And he's like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, he gave me honest. He's like, I seen the guy with his staff and he gave me the honest truth. He was like, yo, you need to advertise with him if you want to, don't go golf with him, but you might want to whatever. So it's always being 100. I like that. So, I mean, and I pay attention to how people treat people. As far as the celebrities, kind of the same way. If they come in and they're like really like when Bill comes in and he greets every person in the room.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. When we've had certain people walk in and they don't say hi to Buck, or they don't say hi to Shawnee, or they don't say hi to the people who are around who are helping us or whatever. That,
Right.
That's a little
Like
bit
Rick
messed up.
Ross.
Like,
He didn't say hi to me at Wild Splash.
You're
just
still
walked
mad?
by you like you to help, huh?
Man,
Yeah,
I was
see,
waiting.
You got it. Yeah, I didn't see that. I would have said something. I would have walked over and introduced y'all because I
Yeah.
mean, you can't treat the support like that.
I have one for you. Just came in on the text line. Orlando, have you ever caught wind or caught someone cheating at the station on their significant other? If so, who and how did you handle the situation?
Oh.
Oh, you might wanna.
I mean, no. I mean, wait. Okay. Have I ever caught somebody cheating?
Like somebody that you work with, I guess is what they're
And who
alluding to.
was it?
Mm-hmm. On their significant other.
Man, I mean, I could totally use the plea here, but because I could answer this. I could answer this because it was so public,
Yes.
but I don't want to unearth it. But it was one of our DJs.
I will never forget that.
It was one of. It was. I don't know. I mean, I don't know which one you're talking about.
I know which one I'm talking
On
about.
air DJ or like club DJ, mixing DJ?
I mean,
come on,
I don't want to put no. Okay, all right. Listen, it's not my story to tell.
Right.
I mean, but I will say that very publicly, we hired one of the local DJs to leave his radio station to come to us back in the day, and that was DJ H. Vidal. And H. Vidal is the homie and doing really well up in Pennsylvania now. But during that time, he was married. He's now divorced and remarried. But the demise of his marriage happened while he was at the station. And so I remember that going down, and I was just like, that's getting messy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
And
too public.
so I don't want to put out his story, but I would say that that's one of them that people probably already know about because he's been so open about it. But I see a lot up here because people throw it at the people. I mean, people throw it at Meredith, people throw it at Mark, they throw it at Davi, they throw it at me, they throw it at anybody, and it's always about access. They want access to artists or tickets or whatever. And, you just got to keep it moving unless you Mark and then you jump on everything.
Hey, come on in.
I thought you were going to pick somebody else.
I just don't like
No.
saying no to people. That's all.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
you don't.
I'm a yes man.
We know you don't.
I have one last one for you, Orlando. Which one of your daughters do you favor more right now? As we all know, it switches sometimes. Would it be because she's more like you?
I believe they're in the car right now, aren't they?
No, they're not in the car. They're at school. I don't have a favorite daughter. My daughter, I could never. No. I mean, I don't even know if I know. I'm not saying I can't say because I mean they both have different skills. Like they are joined at the hip, learning the same stuff and building a great bond. But they also are painfully different, and I like what the differences are. I like the sensitivity of my oldest, Kaylin. I like the fearlessness of my youngest, Brielle. But Brielle, is scatterbrained sometimes, and Kaylin is kind of too soft sometimes. Like she'll cry at the drop of a dime.
Oh.
So I mean, I know they're different personalities, but I can't pick one over the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a tap out or if that's an answer or whatever. So.
No, I feel like that was a good way to answer.
it's
You
an
answered
answer.
it.
Okay. All right. So I get to point one back at y'all.
Yes.
I will say, I don't even remember. All right, you asked me. What did you ask me?
The most, what was it, disrespectful or something?
What's the most disrespect? What's the most unprofessional thing you've seen happen at this station? Go.
Oh, damn.
It's got to be at this station?
Uh-huh.
Seen, like physically seen or heard?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oh.
You got to answer it. You can't tap out.
No.
What was the most unprofessional thing that
What
you've
if I didn't
seen?
physically see it, but I know it took place?
Okay,
well, you know it took
that's
place.
cool. I
All
got
right.
it.
Can I
Yeah,
go
I got
first?
Yeah, what you want?
Yeah.
When
Go.
somebody peed in the kitchen in the garbage can, we literally have, and I don't know who did it. There's an employee here who went to the bathroom
Yeah.
in our kitchen, yes,
Yeah.
where we eat and drink, and they peed in the garbage can.
Instead of going to the bathroom.
Right.
And the engineers had to send out an email saying, "Please don't pee in the kitchen."
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, all right, what are you,
I do
two?
remember that
Yeah,
happening.
that's
And apparently it was
disrespectful.
somebody who didn't want to go all the way down the hall to the bathroom. They just split the difference and ran to the kitchen, which I still don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I got one.
Most unprofessional thing that happened here.
Oh, that I know that happened here. I'm just going to say, without saying the person's name, somebody admitted to having sex in the elevator
Whoa.
at work.
I know who it is.
Wait, why are you not saying names?
No, I think you need to say names.
No way.
Well, then you can't use that
I'm going to
one.
let that person,
You
if
can't.
and when.
You cannot use that one. if
Okay,
you're not
listen,
saying
it was
names.
Davi, and he had sex in the elevator. When he told me that, I was like, what?
Years ago.
Yeah, very
Whoa.
long
Long
time ago.
ago.
Very many moons ago. But anyway, I was also kind of impressed. And I was like, how did you keep the door closed?
I was so disappointed in him. I'm like, dude, I mean, that's not good.
Nah,
Like that could have
it's
opened. That door could have opened at any point.
Yes.
And he was like, I mean, yeah. I'm like,
No excuses.
all right, wow. I thought you were gonna switch the story. I didn't think you were gonna say his name.
I think mine was a couple months ago when I was filming with another station here, and the host of the show put a hot dog in the coffee pot
Oh,
for
God.
everyone out there, and people got really pissed
People
off.
got messed
Yeah.
up because
Yeah.
they were like, yo, now that coffee gonna taste like hot dog
Yeah.
or
Right.
whatever. Yeah, that was a little goofy.
Yeah.
They do goofy stuff. All right. Okay. Well, we got through it without the pass used. I like that. All right. So it's a wrap.
I plead the fifth.